Well, welcome everybody to our program on addiction and recovery from the Sunshine Coast Health Center up here in Powell River, BC. And we've been talking about cravings, and particularly this new controversy over cravings that's arisen from its inclusion in the new psychiatric Bible, as I call it, what's known as the DSM-5. And it's caused quite a stir. Now, the people who put it in there, they as a group, have a tendency to really focus on the biology of addiction. And this would include the biology of cravings. And there's some pretty powerful evidence for this. This comes from the study of brain science, right? So just to give you an example, two very famous researchers in the brain science field are Robinson and Bayridge, and they created this theory called incentive sensitization theory. And what they were hoping to do was to prove that drug use was a compulsion, that it was an irresistible urge to use drugs, and that the person would use them even if they didn't want to use the drug, or even if they thought, oh geez, I shouldn't use it, they'd still do it because of this irresistible compulsion. And this would be created by craving. So, oh, I have this incredible urge to use the drug and I just feel I have to use it, right? So it's kind of interesting, this idea, so that under this theory, of course, then cravings would be a key piece to addiction, because there's going to be this urge, this irresistible urge, right? This compulsion to use drugs, even if I don't want them. Or even if I really don't like being high at the moment, I'm still going to do the drug anyways, right? So it's kind of interesting that this would be put back in, because as we mentioned last time, I mean, historically, this is actually how most people thought of a drug use. The alcoholic was a fellow who had incredible compulsion to use, this urge to use, and then would go out and use against, better judgment and everything else, right? So this evidence for this is kind of interesting. You can ask yourself, for example, when you ever got cravings, did you ever get them when you had a full stomach? As an example, right after eating a big meal, right? Or if you ever had cravings and you ate a chocolate bar, or as an addiction doctor I know says, eat a red apple. Did that ease the cravings? I mean, that kind of thing sort of sounds like it's very biologically based, right? But anyway, it was this biological basis, this bottom-up, as we would call it, idea, starting from the physical brain and going outward into the mind, but the physical brain being the important component, that prompted this inclusion of cravings into the new DSM-5. But at any rate, as I mentioned, there's great controversy over that, and we'll be back with some future programs to help you understand a little more of this controversy. At any rate, till next time.